Imagine waking up one morning, heading to your local bank and finding your savings locked away, untouchable. That was the reality for millions of Argentines during the infamous Corralito in 2001. But how did it get this bad, and what can finance students like you and me learn from it? Let's rewind to Argentina in the 1990s. Picture this. The country is riding high on praise from Wall Street, the IMF, and the US Treasury. The government, under President Carlos Menem and Finance Minister Domingo Cavallo, rolled out flashy neoliberal reforms, privatizing state companies, deregulating markets, and most dramatically, pegging the Argentine peso to the US dollar, 1-to-1. At first, the world cheered, inflation plummeted, foreign investment soared, and Argentina looked like the model student of global finance. But underneath, cracks were forming. The peso became overvalued, making exports uncompetitive. Debt ballooned as the government borrowed to keep up appearances. And all the while, corruption and political instability simmered beneath the surface. Now, here's where the IMF enters. Supposedly the world's financial guardian, the IMF handed out loans and advice hoping to stabilize Argentina. But as Paul Bluestein lays out in And the Money Kept Rolling In and Out, the IMF wasn't just an innocent bystander. Political pressure from the US and Europe, a dash of institutional groupthink, and the fear of global contagion led the IMF to keep lending, even when it was clear the house of cards was trembling. Meanwhile, Wall Street and international investors dove in headfirst, drawn by Argentina's high yields and the comforting illusion that the IMF would never let things collapse. Credit rating agencies and banks played along, ignoring the fundamentals. Classic moral hazard. It was a debt merry-go-round. New bonds paid off old ones while everyone hoped they'd cash out before the music stopped. Of course, the music did stop, with a crash. Banks froze deposits, people lost their savings, riots broke out, and Argentina burned through 5 presidents in just 2 weeks. Bluestein paints a vivid picture not just of policymakers and bankers, but of regular people caught in the storm, families thrown into poverty, trust shattered overnight. So what are the big lessons here? Currency pegs can be a double-edged sword. The IMF, despite good intentions, can enable bad policies if it bows to political pressure. Investors aren't always rational, and sometimes everyone buys into the same dangerous fantasy. And the money kept rolling in and out isn't just a history lesson. It's a warning. Even smart people, even respected institutions can steer straight into disaster if they ignore fundamentals and follow the crowd. For finance students, that's a case study worth remembering.